Stress, pressure, expectations, and finding out what you're made of. All of those things come into play when you have a top 5 showdown at this point in the season. Welcome everyone to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Hurricanes will kick it away to start. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. With the catch, it's Moore. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, he leads it with the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Bringing it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on their great return to improve this field position.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they could impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. Wasn't a big return, but that doesn't matter. They stole a possession, and that is huge for their confidence.
Looking to throw, it's back. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the run, it's Fletcher. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. The give on the inside. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires into the end zone. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And how about the rough starts for these offense? 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. These quarterbacks, you trust them early, first drives to get something going. Both of them turned over to the other team. Let's see which one can get settled in first.
Wants to throw on first down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
They'll move the tight end. He wants to change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Dances away. Rolling, throwing, looking right. He's got it along the sideline. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Moore to the air. Good timing on the quick out. Across the 25, he's got room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Try to barge their way in. Touchdown, Ducks! Great job by the back on the option. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone. He wants to take the top off. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
And the Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quick completion on the out. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Makes the catch. It's Whittington. He's past the 30. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Fires to the big fella. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Canes! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who is the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Moore will throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Give to the running back. And he is stopped behind the line, and that's how we'll finish the first quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Whittington. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Moore to the air. Quarterback now breaking the field. He'll pull it down. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
This is why third down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes, they put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line, it confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. no hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. The Ducks in the hurry up. Motion from the back. To the air on first down. Keeps looking downfield. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game. Running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quarterback making adjustments. Moore will throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And they save the touchdown, getting him out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Scrambling away. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the ground, it's Fletcher. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense, turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They've got him working run, but they're going to throw it. Quick strike complete. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Dropping back, it's Beck. Quickly complete. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Going deep. Snags it inside the 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Touchdown, Miami! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man. It's Whittington. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Might be calling a hot route. Now the play fake. Caught near the sticks. It's Benson. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards. And we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
He's got it. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
Moore to the air. Under fire. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Going for it all. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Makes a move. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. He might want another play. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, they're after him. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Moore will throw. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
And he makes another big play for this offense. And, man, if I'm this defense, at some point I'm going to learn my lesson. We're in the second quarter. He's already over 100 yards. Like, I better start committing some resources to this guy, or else he's going to break some records because he is putting up some numbers on the day.
Wants to throw on first down. He's going to run it. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Complete to the left. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Quarterback making checks. To the air on first down. A shot toward the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. And the Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Marion. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he's stopped at the 14. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
They get to him as he throws. And a big deflection on third down forces a fourth down.
I know this offense came out here in the second half hoping to build on their one-possession lead, but after that incompletion, I think the smart thing is to just kick it away here, let your defense play and try and get it back to you without giving up any points.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. They'll chase him out of bounds after that play, marking up the 16-yard line.
I'll tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Moore to the air. Quickly complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Touchdown, Ducks! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Marion. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Canes come to the line in the hurry-up.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, the ground game. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Caught in the backfield. It's Fletcher. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Handoff from the gun. Look out, he's got room. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Looking to get it in.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hurricane. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. So a drive there of 84 yards. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Moore will throw. Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
The sure hands, it's Benson. There he goes. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And Jesse just keeps piling up numbers, over 350 yards for the game.
And I feel like from the get-go, Reese, this guy's just been in a great rhythm all game long. He just seems like he's dialed in, and man, he's been accurate throwing the rock.
He's got it on the right. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. That last catch puts him over 150 yards receiving on the day.
Reese, this defense has no answer for this guy. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's run or who's been covering him. They just can't stop him.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Marion. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Off the play fake. Grab behind the line. It's Pringle. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. And the Hurricanes headed quickly to the line. They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
And the Canes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Beck. Setting up the screen. Hard running there. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. That's the end of the period. And Oregon has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He makes a catch. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Hurricanes are flying down the field. From the gun, to give, looking for room.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Marion. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
They'll go to the air on second and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Fletcher. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. And some room to work. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. The Canes can really attack on this second and short. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Fights off a defender. And he delivers the angry stiff arm, but is greeted by an angrier defense. And the Hurricanes will hustle to the line. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Man, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Moore to the air. Got his man quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Quarterback may change this route. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to fire on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Stewart. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
Moore will throw. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Touchdown Ducks! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a two-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got a man. It's Pringle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
Well, man, we've seen explosive